The OCC Study Abroad program is an interesting way for students to be able to travel and learn at the same time. And today we have Steve and Samantha in to talk about the program.
Good to be here, Blake.
So you went to Ireland, right? What was why Ireland in particular for the trip? Any particular reason, or was it just luck of the draw?
I would say growing up I always wanted to go to Ireland. I have family background, Irish descent I should guess you could say, and my favorite rock band, one of them is from Ireland, Dropkick Murphys, so it really pushed me to go there.
So a deep cultural connection,
Yeah.
Probably, right? Yeah, and for me it was, I took an Irish history class and really connected with the material and the professor who now runs the trip, Dr. Russell. And so it resonated with me then and continued on as I decided to study over there.
So, as I understand it, the people in the group were largely unfamiliar with each other,
Yeah.
but now you're like, you're like practically family. So, I guess what was that like, going on a trip with a bunch of strangers, and how'd you get to that point?
Sure. Sam can tell you about that.
So we did have meeting sessions before the trip. Still didn't know them. Half of them I don't even think I said a word to in these info sessions before the trip. It was right at the beginning of getting on that bus to the airport. That's when we really, got to know each other and, asked them if they're prepared with everything they had. And then on the trip, it's, we're going to this place. Everyone's coming. Who's going. Togetherness, and everyone felt like they were included. It was very inclusive, so that really drew everyone to want to be included in everything after 21st birthdays, everything after that.
Yeah, we're coming up to our third holiday party.
Yes.
Together. Third holiday party, second Christmas party. This upcoming December
season.
23rd or
Yes.
something like that. Yeah. So still meeting up. And the connection is only getting stronger.
Awesome that you have such a close-knit group.
Yeah.
But while I'm thinking about it,
Sure.
So it is still an academic trip.
Yeah.
What do students do to earn credits on the trip?
Sure. So that's a really important point because as beautiful as Ireland is and as fun of a time as we had and as close as we are, the academic part is really important. The way it works is you're given pre-assignments, journal entries during the stay, and then post-assignments. So in order to get the credits for the course, you have to complete all of the pre-assignments before the trip, all of the journal entries during the trip, and then the post-assignments, I think within a month after the trip.
After
right?
the trip.
And then what we do,
less than, but yeah.
a little bit less than a month. And then we meet together, usually on campus, and we talk about our final paper, our final, post-assignment. And so it's a nice way for us to get together too, while keeping the academic point, on the forefront.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess something a bit more light. What was your favorite memory on the trip? Do you have something in particular?
I was gonna steal Sam's, but I'll let her go ahead and say it.
Well, we had a day where it was a free day to do anything, but it ended up not being a free day to go to little groups. It was pretty much the whole trip. We decided to take a train to Howth, and it was, I guess you could call it a sea town.
Yeah, Howth is about, it's right above Dublin. It's in the greater Dublin area, and it's almost like a peninsula, or not a peninsula, but they have docks that extend out pretty far. Right?
Yes, right up. The water's there's oceanfront, right? Oceanfront, right?
Yeah, it's oceanfront. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And so we went up. Took a hike. Half of us took a hike up to where you have this nice view, where it does definitely make you feel like you're by yourself. There's no one there, even though you are surrounded with everyone on the trip.
Yeah,
so that was my favorite
It's
memory.
A feeling of peace. You look off and you can see two islands off the coast of Ireland. One is the Eye of Ireland, and for a second, all you can hear is the breeze and the seagulls, and you look around you and you can see your peers. You can see the other people who are up there. It's never really that crowded since we've been there, but you just have a second to really soak it all in, and for me, it was probably the same experience. Was my favorite memory of the trip.
Awesome. I mean, I mean, like that, you don't really get that in urban environments, I guess. Like it's, it's always, there's always stuff going on and there's always people around. So I guess that leads me to another question. What's the culture like compared to what somebody might be used to here in New Jersey?
I think that you really avoid a sense of culture shock, which is definitely the fear, I would say, of some people who don't travel internationally or haven't traveled internationally. The idea of how am I going to be able to navigate through this country. And so because we have such a strong relationship and we have for years, I think you're beyond comfortable when you're in Ireland as an American. It's very welcoming, especially to us as young students, eager to learn and eager to have a good time.
The trip is 9 days.
Yes.
Right. So are there any specific key things that you try to hit over the course of the 9 days? Like specific locations or activities?
I definitely would say Belfast was one of the key things besides being in the whole, besides the whole trip, which was mostly Dublin and then going out into little
Mostly
areas.
the Republic.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Belfast was definitely a key trip because from there we went to Giant's Causeway.
Giant's Causeway, Londonderry. So we got to see a couple different types of landscapes, right? We saw a different cultural landscape because we're in a different country. Northern Ireland is a different country than the Republic. We got to see
The walls.
the murals.
The murals.
Yeah. So the murals were great. I mean, they were beautiful, but at the same time, they
were deep because they had a lot of meanings behind them.
Yeah, they told the story of Ireland's past conflict. But that Giant's Causeway, so it was really a really great experience up north, for sure.
Did you have a favorite of the murals that you saw?
I did.
Yeah.
The younger girl, who
With the butterfly?
The butterfly, yes. Because I'm looking at it, I was assuming that it was a young girl that was, I guess, caught in conflict when violence was happening, and her, just being in the middle of it touched me.
I think what it was she was struck by a rubber bullet during conflict between the English and the Irish during English occupation, and she was struck by a rubber bullet and killed on accident, and so she became almost like a martyr, and for the Irish cause, and so she's now painted on the side of one of their buildings, and a butterfly to symbolize hope. I think it was what it was. Yeah, but right along the lines. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of mural art myself. So that I guess art is an interesting cultural aspect to examine compared to what we're used to over here. But so if you want to know more about the trip, you'd email Dr. Russell, right?
Definitely, or VJ Ramdean.
And they would be able to provide you with details.
Correct, yeah. Details, paperwork, just general Q&A, whatever crosses your mind. They've been doing it for about 2 years now, both of them. I think Professor Ramdean started as a participant and worked his way through, and now is one of the co-leaders of the trip and does a great job. Knows a lot about the history, and he adds an extra element to it. There's a scientific element to the trip now, which is awesome. I did that last year with him, so either of them would be able to give you the information.
All right. Well, thank you both very much for coming in to talk about the program.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Vince.
It was very lovely having both of you, and thank you for watching.